And so welcome everyone. My name is Marisa Maggio-Harelson. I am in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm with LifeVantage. I have been for over 8 years. I have my dear friend, Kathy N. King, a nurse and nutritional therapist, a functional nutritional therapist. She can tell you what that means a little later in Reno, Nevada. I'm sharing with you guys a gift of health and opportunity. I was introduced to LifeVantage over 8 years ago by overhearing a conversation at yoga. I was not looking for LifeVantage when LifeVantage found me. I did say yes to LifeVantage, and that's really what I think people in general, someone presents something to you. To me, I think the products are extraordinary, as you heard many people talking a little bit before we got started, just about what's happened with their life and how these products and this incredible community has shifted their life on so many levels to provide security for families. And really at a time right now where we are seeing in the world so much insecurity, there is so much goodness out there. It's just if people are open to taking a look. And, typically in times of uncertainty, a home-based business, when you're with the right company, can actually be an absolute gift. And that truly has been what I have witnessed among this company, LifeVantage, publicly traded on the NASDAQ. It's extraordinary, our company, our culture, everything about it. So I just invite you to have an open mind and get some information and see if it resonates with you. It may not, that's okay. But I think the products, the compelling science that we have with LifeVantage is going to blow your mind. It sure did for me. So I'll start a little bit and then I'm going to turn it over to Kathy and share with you a little bit about, okay, there's my messy emails, like seeing my messy drawers or something, right? Okay, as I mentioned, LifeVantage, we are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We are bringing a breakthrough technology to market. Some of us do the business. For those of us who do the business, everybody's results will vary depending on how much work you put into it. Bottom line. So when you are looking at a company, and just be open-minded right now, because the world needs people, the world needs to know that there's a solution out there for them. Whether it's our company or not is irrelevant. But this is why I was so happy I was open-minded to take a look at something. I'm a former TV news reporter and anchor and did that for many, many years. So I wasn't looking for an opportunity. I didn't really grow up in an entrepreneurial mindset, but for those that have that, you want to have some key components. And 4 key components, basically, you got to have ground floor breaking technology, or basically that's what we have in LifeVantage. They're not Me Too products. These are products with compelling peer-reviewed published studies. We have a compensation plan for those that see themselves wanting to share this with friends, family, and beyond. It's pretty extraordinary. And because of that is because we have timing on our side. Hardly anybody in the world knows about us. We'll talk a little bit more about that, and we have a system for success. So it all started with the products and the science. LifeVantage began in a lab in Colorado, University of Colorado in Denver, with a single question: is declining health something we have to simply accept as part of getting older? And I love that. And I'm going to have Kathy talk a little bit more about that. But really what we're saying is the cards you've been dealt are not necessarily what you have to live with. We can actually change our genetic makeup by what we do, what we put into our body, how we live our life, mind, body, and spirit. So Kathy, who I met about 6 years ago at doing an educational workshop on nutrition in Phoenix, Arizona, I said, you got to know about this because this is what you're about. It's Nutrigenomics, nutrition for the genes. So basically, I shared this with her, and of course she saw it. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Kathy. Kathy, thank you so much for saying yes and blessing so many lives out there in the world. I'll let you share a little bit about you. You're a mom, I know, of 3 grown, amazing children, and have a wonderful husband who's a physician assistant. And I'm just so blessed to be doing this life with you.
Thank you so much, Marisa. Yeah, I mean, life was, back when I met you, life was hard. There were some things that had shifted in my life in a big, big way. And I found myself in a position where I was open, and I was open to hearing about things, and I was looking for something. But here's the bottom line is that, so I am, as Marisa said, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm one of 8. I'm from a big family. One of my brothers is on the call right now listening. So thank you for that, Charlie. But you know, my journey began years ago when I suffered with a lot of anxiety and depression. And so I was always had my radar up. I always had my antenna up looking for a solution to that. And I happened to gravitate more toward natural things rather than using pharmaceutical. And I went to school, I studied to become a nurse because I thought that it was a good profession. I could help people, and I'm a natural helper. I want to help people. I want to help them find solutions and to feel better. That's really the bottom line. And I went to nursing school, and what I quickly found out was that I was in the wrong paradigm. I was not interested in giving somebody a pill to help them feel better. I was actually looking for that root cause. So that's what we're looking for. And that's what these products provide for us, is an answer to that root cause of disease and aging. You know, went on to become a mom and put my heart and soul into raising my children. And then later on went back and studied nutrition, because that's really what I felt was that foods and plants and natural substances could help your body to get back to that natural state, to back to that state of wellness and wholeness and completeness. And what we know is that drugs are great for offering a quick, temporary solution. There are drugs out there that have been created that save many lives, and that's wonderful. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about solutions for health, ways to get our bodies back to wellness. So as Marisa said, that discovery of the NRF2 pathway was the very first thing. And what we found was that our genes are not our genes. We thought that our genes were set, 90% of them, right? But it turns out that really only maybe about 5% of our genes are set. And later on, we discovered the NRF2 pathway and a way to actually activate the body's own innate healing response. So LifeVantage, as Marisa said, began in a lab with a single question. And the product that was created at that time was sold in retail. We started at about 2003, and it was sold retail for a few years on the shelves. And what they found was that it was really only selling a small percentage. And the company had shareholders and investors, and they were looking for a way to get this product out to more people so people could learn what this was. And the tables turned back in 2005 when John Quinones ended up going into the lab at the University of Colorado, and he did a story about Dr. McCord and his discovery. There was a study that actually said Protandim lowered oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. So John Quinones went in to find out if that was true. Now, you guys, if you have not seen that ABC Primetime Investigative Report, ask the person that invited you to this call to share that with you so you can watch that groundbreaking report that happened. And so there were several things that happened right after that report aired, but one of the biggest things that happened was that universities and other medical institutions started calling this lab and saying, we would like to fund our own study. So you guys think about all the products that you take on a daily basis, you know, the supplements that you have in your cabinet, and how many of them actually have research that's backed by Harvard and Colorado State and Louisiana State and American Heart Association. So that's what we're talking about here. We're in a completely different category than supplementation. So again, as I said, products were sold retail from 2003. And in 2005, when that ABC Primetime aired and they got all of this research being done, they were still having trouble getting this product out to people. And what they ended up doing was in 2009, they ended up switching their business model. After the ABC Primetime, there was a flurry of all that activity. And what happened was that a lot of people went to ABC News to get this product, but it was back ordered because the company didn't have an infrastructure in place. They didn't have a sales and marketing team. And so what happened was the company ended up switching in 2009 to a direct sales or a network marketing business model because it's person to person. It's people telling the story. So in 2009, we began using activation to address this health decline. And so what I'm going to talk to you now is about the 3 theories of aging. And the first theory of aging is the oxidative stress. So what we know, and this was a thing I was always looking for, is like, what is that root cause? Can we get back to what the root cause of disease is? And what we know is that oxidative stress happens to all of us. Just the mere act of breathing is causing free radical damage within our cells. And those free radicals basically damage the cells and they cause inflammation. So that's one of the biggest causes, root causes of disease, right? And what causes that inflammation? Well, we have all of these different things in our environment. We have the high levels of stress. We have toxins in our food. There's smoking, alcohol, medications. We have pollutants in the environment from automobiles and air traffic. We have pesticides. Rigorous exercise can even cause oxidative stress. So if we don't have a way to repair the damage, where are we? So we can take in a lot of substances, but it's not going to do what protandim NRF2 activation is going to do. So we are flipping the switches on genes. We are flipping the switch. We're turning on something called the NRF2 pathway, which is it's responsible for that antioxidant production and protection. So instead of taking in antioxidants, what we're doing is we're turning on that switch for our body to make its own antioxidants, right? So it's made up of 5 ingredients. Milk thistle supports the liver. Bacopa is actually what turns on those enzymes. Ashwagandha, what that does is it helps with your hormonal regulation and your adrenals and things like that. Green tea is excellent for metabolism, for focus. Turmeric is the big one we're hearing about now that helps with that natural inflammatory response. So we're lowering that oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. That's what the first study found. We are increasing these antioxidant enzymes that are really super important, the SOD, the catalase, the glutathione, by 300%. Now you may be hearing some of these words for the first time. But and I was learning this all for the first time too. I didn't really know about SOD or catalase or glutathione to the extent of what they did in the body. But these are the body's natural repair mechanisms that we're turning on. So think about that. We're not taking in a substance to try to supplement. What we're doing is we're activating our body's own response. So it's very different. We are neutralizing 1 million free radicals per second, every second. That's a lot because our bodies produce a huge amount of free radicals every single day just through breathing. So that's really what protandim is doing. So think about it. If you're taking a supplement or you're taking antioxidants, basically each antioxidant molecule is eliminating 1 free radical. What protandim NRF2 is doing, it's turning on all of these antioxidant enzymes and producing and giving the body the ability to eliminate 1 million free radicals per second, right? And it doesn't get used up. So what we're seeing is that you would have to eat 11 pounds of blueberries or 375 oranges or 87 glasses of red wine per day just to neutralize the amount of free radicals. So again, that 1,000,000 to 1 that you see on the right-hand side of the screen there. So with protandim, you're just increasing that antioxidant protection so much more effectively than you are in trying to take in all these different foods and substances. So we just can't do it. We cannot do what this is doing with just nutrition. So again, our peer-reviewed publications, our journals, are the foundation of our business and this product because, again, you know, products that you take, what's the validated science that exists behind them? There really are very few companies that have that. So we're seeing a lot of these huge institutions, Harvard, right? How many of your products are backed by Harvard or Colorado State or Texas Tech or University of Colorado? So these are institutions that have been doing research, and they funded their own research. So LifeVantage didn't pay for them to do this. They volunteered and funded, paid for the studies, did the studies, and they're all published on pubmed.gov. So if you want to look, if you want to do your research, as people say, go to pubmed.gov, type the word Protandim in the search bar, and you will pull up all of our 26 peer-reviewed journals. So that's very exciting. So there was a review of all of the literature on Nrf2 activation, and Washington State University basically published this review, and what they said was that Nrf2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future, and it may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. So that's huge validation, you guys. That's not our company saying that. This is the research that's out there on Nrf2. And if you go to that PubMed, type in NRF2 also, and you'll see how many studies. Type in oxidative stress. You can see how many studies are being done. So we are really at the forefront of this right now. The second theory of aging is all about the mitochondria. And, you know, we always say, you remember that from high school biology, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Well, this is a truly unique organelle within our bodies that is producing all of the energy for our bodies to run for all of the different functions. So as we age, we lose mitochondria. The mitochondria go on this decline. So what happens is our bodies lose their energy. They lose their ability to function. And so what we're doing is we are turning on that NRF1 pathway, NRF1 pathway, and that's responsible for that mitochondrial biogenesis, which means it's regenerating mitochondria. Things in there like acetyl L-carnitine, quercetin, grapeseed extract, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10. And what these are doing is they're increasing that cellular ATP, as I said. What happens in your body that manifests is better sleep, better cognition, brain health, supports our healthy cardiovascular and circulatory system, just to name a few. And then that third theory of aging, and this is something brand new in the literature, you guys, right now. What we're seeing, Harvard especially, is doing a lot of research right now on something called NAD. And NAD has a very unique function. What it does, it's the master regulator of the cell. It's sort of the CEO of the cell. And what we know is that there are these 7 sirtuin proteins. And as we age, these proteins, once again, get dumbed down, they get shut down. And that, again, leads to the body's decline. So with the NAD, when we're turning on the NAD pathway, you guys, with theacrine, wasabi, cuprous niacin, olive leaf extract. And once again, it's the synergy, it's the combination of those ingredients that's turning on that NAD pathway, responsible for healthy longevity, for mental focus and concentration. It supports the mood, the increased physical energy, also helping to maintain healthy cholesterol levels in the body, and a healthy vascular system as well. So what they say is that basically if we run out of sirtuins, that's basically the end of our life. So guys, this is our basic foundation of our products right now, is this Protandim Tri-Synergizer. And you can get it in the bottles or the little packages that you can take that travel really easily for people. Now, the current clinical research that the company has been doing is actually showing what is happening now. You know, we started with the Nrf2, we added the Nrf1, and now we're adding the NAD. And so what we're seeing is this kind of like a compound effect. It's a tri-synergizer effect. So with Nrf2 activation alone, right, we're reducing free radical damage, we're lowering that oxidative stress by 40%. But with the addition of these other 2 products, we're seeing that jump to 73%. We're seeing other genes that are actually increasing their ability to be expressed in the body by adding the Nerf 1, and then adding the 3 products together. So you guys, this is huge. So do you want a little bit of activation or do you want a lot of activation? And, so that's your choice really here today. Many of us are finding just increased energy with the addition of each product. So LifeVantage has that as its foundation, but we are also bringing in some other products as well. And, all of our products are non-GMO, they're banned substance control group certified. They're also found on Think Dirty app, but we've got a vitality stack that was received a prestigious business award. We've got something called a nootropic for the brain. So this is brain activation in our Axio quick energy drink. And then, and it's so much more than that. We have a probiotic that is doing amazing things for the body in terms of helping to give a boost to the immune system, and also a 60% delivery rate of the probiotic to the small intestine. We've got an omega that's great for cardiovascular, for the eyes, for the skin, for the hair, for so many different functions. And we've also got this healthy weight management program. We're not a weight loss company, but we're giving you options to actually create that healthy lifestyle and support that healthy weight loss with a wonderful prebiotic, and as well as a fat burn, and then a wonderful whey protein shake that contains no casein. Now, are just as important on the inside as what we do to the outside, right? So we've got True Science Nerf 2 activated skincare system that has 3 studies behind it from Louisiana State. We've got a True Science hair care system that also won a business award for best new product. That's helping with so many different I love that stuff. It's great for your hair. And then we also have a pet tandem for dogs. So that same Nerf 2 activation for pets, and people are seeing such amazing results. They started giving Protandim Nerf 2 when that's all we had to their dogs, to their pets. And so we created that pet tandem for dogs. So that's basically our product line. And if you needed more information about those products, go to the person that invited you, go to our website, lifevantage.com, and you can read all about these different products. They're all really in and of themselves incredibly spectacular, and they live up to everything that they say. Now, how do you get started? You can become a customer. You can become a subscription customer and get the same price that our distributors do. But if you are Rolodexing people through your mind right now, if you're thinking of friends and family and other people that you think might be interested in this, then you might consider getting started with one of our packages. And the beautiful thing about these packages, we have 3 different levels. We've got a 350, a 650, and a 1250. And they all contain a different amount of product. And you're getting these at an incredible savings, anywhere from 31 to 35% savings. Right now, the company, what they're doing is they've waived that $50 starter kit. Due to what's happening with our economy right now, we're trying to help people get a little bit of an edge on getting started in this business. So they're waiving that $50 business kit, which I think is really, really wonderful. So that's super exciting. And, if you are interested really in getting started with this in a big way, I would suggest the larger pack. If you're just interested in sharing with family and friends, maybe one of the smaller packages. However, you also get this beautiful replicated website. And that's what you get with that $50 start kit. And you have the ability to send links to people, to fill a shopping cart, and then to just text or email that to somebody. And they can just go through and check out and get started on their products right away. So that's basically in a nutshell our product line. And I'm going to turn it back over to Marisa, and she is going to talk about our compensation plan and just a little bit, and about the timing, and basically a little bit about our company as well. So thank you so much, Marisa.
Thank you, Kathy. I just love your passion. I always learn from you. You're so methodical with everything. It's just so good. Thank you. I love it. So, I think everybody should be a customer in the whole wide world with this, because if we breathe, we have oxidative stress. And these products are phenomenal. They're game changing. We are the pioneers in this beautiful new modern science of nutrigenomics. But if you see yourself Rolodexing people in your mind, oh my gosh, my parents, my sister, my brother, my niece, my nephew, whoever, think about, upgrading to be a distributor, because you can actually get your products paid for free. And the company pays really, really well. It's not net wish marketing, it's network marketing, but you can get your products up to 40% commission on any new customer's first time order, and always and forever 40% commission on any new customer packet. And as Kathy mentioned, our starter kits are actually free this month. Our company is amazing. They paid us 5 days earlier this month as well. Please, unheard of when you think of all the people who are losing positions right now, losing their jobs or working furlough. So we pay weekly, we pay monthly. You can get back to the person that shared this with you to go a little bit more in detail. I want to give you a little bit of an overview of the comp plan. If you have over 200 what we call personal volume points a month, you qualify for our maximum commission compensation plan. And it's life-changing, because think about, life will happen with or without an opportunity in our life. You can make 30% commission, maybe pay for your products, or way up to 40% commission. And it looks like this. So that platinum pack or that gold pack or silver pack is a one-time purchase only. That's your business in a box. You're ready to build this global business if you want. And you don't know where your business is going to go. So you're going to get a thank you check the next Friday for 40% commission of whatever pack somebody comes in. You do that 2 more times and you've now gotten your products for free. You've gotten into the business for free, and you're ready to start building a global business. So really the risk, the level of risk is none. Because even if you didn't do the business, you're getting a huge discount on the platinum pack, over 36% reduction in price, 33% on the gold, and about 30% on the silver. So even as a customer, maybe you're not interested in building a network of people, although network marketing is actually the business of the 21st century. And most people network in the business that they do, whatever they do, if they own their own business. You're having to, expand your network. And that's really all this is. But now we're doing it, well, we've been doing it virtually for years and years. So there's not a lot different for us, except that we're busier today than we have been. So even if somebody just wants to be, let's say just a customer, but wants to get their product paid for, they can upgrade to one of those packs. And look, you can make up to 40% commission on a Tri-Synergizer is over $40. And then you can see the other prices there. The beautiful part that I like, and the reason that I said yes to LifeVantage, is number one, I didn't want to have to work for anybody anymore. I wanted to be the CEO of my own life. I wanted to be able to work from home and be home with my kids. I'm an older mom. I had kids later in life. I was a television news reporter and anchor for many years. And so when I decided to have children, I was in my upper 30s and even 41 when I had my son. So, I didn't want to go back to not having my weekends or holidays anymore. When I was single, it was okay to do that, but not when I had children. So when I overheard this conversation and then I saw that I could do this and have this basically virtual online store, I was all in, and I knew it was going to take time. But what I knew back then was that the timing was on our side. And now it's even better today, because the company has ironed out any kind of wrinkles or whitewater that, starter companies start with. You have that, that pioneering stage is in the early adoption stage is a difficult stage for a lot of businesses. A lot of them will fail in 5 years. We've been actually out there for 10 years. So hardly anybody knows about us, though, because it takes time to bring a technology to market. Think about Starbucks. It took 30 or 40 years for people to understand the branding of what Starbucks was. So if you look at what's happening in the wellness sector, you're going to see that 60% increase in the wellness sales in the last 8 years. Now, LifeVantage is at the forefront. We are pioneering biohacking, basically nutrigenomics, nutrition for the genes, changing gene expression. This is where wellness care is going. And to be the first in this, we have the first NRF2 activator in the world, backed by clinical peer-reviewed studies and natural. And you have big pharma trying to create NRF2 activators. There's actually a synthetic out there, and their own researchers showed ours was a better NRF2 activator. We're happy to get you that information as well. If you go to PubMed that Kathy was talking about, this is the National Institutes of Health Medical Library. Your taxpayer dollars pay for it. Type in oxidative stress, and you're going to see over 220,000 studies and rising. People want to be well. They don't want to be sick. So we're looking at wellness care as opposed to sickness care, right? So we are teaching and we are learning and researching how to flip the body's switches, the genetic switches, so that we feel better and so that we can do more. So this is what I love about LifeVantage, is how much we've grown. I remember starting this company, being with this company just 2 years into the direct sales model. Our CEO, Darren Jensen, has been named as one of the board of directors of the Direct Selling Association. That is a huge, huge honor. We also have launched in Spain, expanding our European market. We've gotten Best Places to Work 3 years in a row in Utah. And we've also launched in Ireland, which is extraordinary. Erin Brockovich has been named on our board of directors. And if all of you know who she is, she's a huge wellness advocate, internationally known. Julia Roberts played her in the story and the movie, Erin Brockovich, and won an Academy Award. But she's amazing and doesn't take anything lightly here. Also, we won a Stevie Award, an International Business Award, for the best hair care product out there. That was amazing, as well as that Vitality Stack, which is our Protandim NRF1, NRF2, ProBio, and Omega. And that was before NAD came out. And then we launched in Belgium as well. We were added, for those of you who follow the stock market, follow our stock. I was so excited to see what was going on in the stock market with LifeVantage. I cannot even believe it. So that's amazing. And we've been added to the Russell 3000 index. So all of you financial people out there know that that's a huge honor. And we've celebrated our 10-year anniversary last summer. We also had our highest annual revenue in our company history in 2019. 2020 is looking great as well. And then we launched Protandim NAD in the fall, which was really significant. And we've opened up for business in New Zealand. So who do you know in New Zealand? Maybe you don't know anybody, but maybe one of your friends knows somebody that you don't know, then they don't know. And that's really what happens in this business. I have 8,000 people in my organization, and it started with just one person saying yes. One person. And Kathy was one of those few people. She was one of those few that said yes to the opportunity. We've had our record second quarter preliminary review. So therefore we have free shipping, which is awesome. That has saved a ton of money for people. And in January, our CEO rang the closing bell on Wall Street, which was really wonderful for Wellness Week. So, investors all over the world are looking at us. This is a category creating product. Nutrigenomics. I'm loving this. And then LifeVantage also is the official sponsor for Real Salt Lake Major League Soccer team, which says wonderful things about us. In fact, our products, the Banned Substance Control Group stamp of approval, so it's safe for professional athletes and Olympians, as well as has the highest manufacturing label from the NSF, which is just extraordinary. So we take great precautions in making sure that people have the best quality products. We are open now in over 24 markets, getting ready to open up in 2 more. And then this is my favorite part about LifeVantage, is our legacy program, where we have charities all over the world that the company will donate to, and they will match what we donate. And this is an example of one of the projects. All of our trips, we get to go travel the world. Our company takes really good care of us when you earn incentive trips. But every time we go on an incentive trip, there's always a call to action to help that community. And I just love that. And here in Mexico is where my family's been able to go a couple times in a row to build homes for families who are living basically in cardboard boxes or tin roof homes, or maybe no shelter at all. And this is providing safety for them and community, and providing meals for over 250 families we did. So I absolutely love our LifeVantage Legacy program. This is our Families Helping Families. So we can earn all the money in the world, but if we don't have our health, nothing else matters. But since we are publicly traded, our earnings income disclosure statement is on our website. And I just want to point out a few different ranks of the company and what people can make on a part-time basis or a full-time or a life-changing business basis. I really never made six figures in my entire life working for corporate America. I worked 60 hours a week, but it's extraordinary what can happen when you put your mind to it and you follow a system for success, which is really what we have. Our mentorship program is amazing. So a Pro 3, we have levels 1 through 10, and a Pro 3 is actually about what's called 5,000 organizational volume points running through your business every month. It's maybe 2 or 3 people that have come into the business and they see it like you do, and they're just getting started. So you can make an extra $630 a month. That's coming with or without you doing anything, as long as those people are staying on monthly subscription and our rate for people to stay on our products is extraordinary. It's like 75 or 80%. And then we have a level called Pro 5, which is what Kathy N. King is. That is over 20,000 organizational volume points coming through your business every month. That's over $3,000 a month, which is pretty amazing. Can you imagine what that would do for families today that have actually lost their job because they planted the seed 3 to 5 years ago? I'm an Elite Pro 8 in LifeVantage. This is a Pro 7 rank. It's the first rank of our elite business. And what I love about when you hit the elite ranks, you now take part in global revenue sharing with the company. So everybody is in your organization. It doesn't matter whose team you're on, which is really what we have a beautiful culture in LifeVantage. So a Pro 7 is over 100,000 organizational volume points in your business. A Pro 8 is over 200,000 and beyond. Now, I grew up in Kentucky. My parents were not wealthy. We were not poor, but my dad grew up dirt poor in Appalachia. He was able to leave all of that, met my mom in DC, where all of the kids were born there, but we moved back to Kentucky when I was like 3. All I remember growing up is how much they could, not all I remember, but I remember them arguing significantly a lot about what we didn't have. So some of the education we get about money and the energy of money, we learn as children, right? I think everybody could probably relate to that. So always in my mind, oh my gosh, is there going to ever be enough? And this company and the people and the culture and the system has actually helped me change and shift those shackles of financial stress that plagued me for many, many years. Even though as an adult, I've always had extraordinary work ethic and I've done very well. But even though my husband and I have older kids, we're older parents, there's something there where you're feeling a little more insecure because you don't know if you're going to have enough when you retire. Well, I can tell you we are in a really great place today. And I thank God every day that LifeVantage was introduced to me and that I said yes to it. This is a simple business. So can you do it? Absolutely. If you have a burning desire to change your life and you have a burning desire to help people, because I really do feel like we have a mission here and we have a system for success. 24-hour support, easy follow system, launching people, teaching people, and leading people. We have all kinds of presentations. This Zoom is one of them. You can invite friends to get on. You don't have to know anything to get started. You just have to have passion and heart and want to share that ABC Primetime investigative report with people. And then we help you build along the way. So if you need more information, please get back to the person that shared this with you. If you're ready to become a customer, oh my goodness, let's get you started today. And if you're ready to build this business, let's get you started today too, because the month is almost over and that free distributor kit is available only till the end of this month. So I just want to thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. And it's been Kathy's and my honor to be here with you. And thank you.
Thanks, everybody.